minute yet. There isn't 4 minutes yet.
There isn't 4 minutes yet because it's Saturday at 6. You see, that's the idea. I like the title Saturday at 6. I think it's quite good. Good evening, everybody. This 6 o'clock, isn't it? It is 6 o'clock. There's nobody here. Oh, there's one person here. Well done. Well, we know John's here. I know.
I'm only wearing a hat because look at that.
Hang on a minute. Where's the comments? John's comment gone.
Don't worry about it, was.
I'm confused. I'm all confused. Are you there, John? John typed in a comment. How are you all doing well? And I typed back. Oh, has he done it in private?
No, I can see it. I just press comments and I can see it.
I can't.
You're here. I'm here. John's here.
I'm confused. There it is. Yes. Yeah. Hello, John. I can't see that last comment, John. That's all. How's it going, John? Hope you're all right. Hope everyone's all right, actually. All one of you.
What time is it there in America now? Is it early? It's, yeah, it's early, isn't it?
Is it early?
Late for me, middle for you, early for John.
Well, what time is it for John then? There's 6 hours behind. It's dinner time for John, isn't it? Is it 12 o'clock or something like that? Where is he? He's in California, isn't he?
Yeah.
How far behind are they? 6 hours?
That's more than that, isn't it? California, because it's around the other side.
All right, yeah. So what that'd be about?
It's
Time
10
is
hours,
it? Oh, where
John.
you are, John? Sorry, Steve. Right, I'll have a little sip of wine.
10 o'clock.
Top of the pops here, 10 o'clock. Why is it top of the pops if it's 10 o'clock? All right, Bill. Oh, cheers. Just put it up.
8 hours behind.
Cheers, Bill. Thank you.
Right.
Don't tell
Not drinking?
I've just got Nika a birthday card. Bill got it for me because I forgot.
Still got cards for that. For her.
Oh, don't get me going. Why do you buy cards for people when you're seeing them? You don't give cards to people who you live with, do you? The idea of cards is when you can't see them, so you send them a birthday card. Yeah, here's your birthday card. What's the point in giving me a birthday card? Why don't you just say happy birthday? Why did you have to buy me a card? Well, it's nice. I know, but the idea of a card is to say happy birthday when you're not there. There's no point going up and saying...
That's not the idea of the card. The idea is to show your appreciation and love.
I'm sending you
just a little way of doing it.
She's going to Spa in Duncan House. That 100 odd quid. Have a beer, John. Don't debate. Just have it. You've got to have a drink when you're anyway. Good evening, everybody. John, pour sell a beer.
I've got a container.
Yeah. What's that? I didn't fit in that. You look very fit.
Huh?
Eee.
Yeah, it's the fucking wrong one. It's the piss tub. Why didn't I fucking check that? Just spatting water on a load of electrics. And really, I'm a dick.
Mark's here too. Hello, Mark. And John's here. We've got Mark and John here. How you doing? Good evening, all. Right. So,
can I just say this? Not only am I still an absolute weapon, just spatting water on the electrics down there. Not long before, about an hour before, I'm doing loads of painting and shit, right? These are oils. You do not want to put that on the thingy and then sit fucking down naked. Naked. That took some getting off. Luckily, it got off a fair bit, but no
I got our Bill the other day, on Thursday actually. He was on his Xbox and I was just going upstairs up to bed and he was shouting and blowing at Xbox like they all do. And so I burst into his room again. William, stop shouting. You're ruining Naked Thursday. And all these mates heard it down the microphone. I still do Naked Thursdays. Right. So let's get all this into perspective. So this morning, me and Steve were doing the book this morning, getting it all on. And then Steve came up with, hey, what about this bloody Charles Ingram? I reckon he was set up. Is it set up, you said? Is that the word you said?
Yeah.
Or falsely accused. Maybe falsely accused.
No, the old program, it looked, when I rewatched it, I thought, wait a minute, this looks set up to fuck. when you see it in a bit of a different light.
Well,
What
yeah.
was
It's that
it?
Martin Bashir as well. Martin Bashir made the
Yeah.
documentary. He's dodgy because didn't he do the Princess Diana thing or something?
Yeah, here's another interesting point that I don't know if you've noticed. Nobody seems to bring it up. They were called Charles and Diane.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they were called Charles and Diane. Yeah.
Why did nobody jump on that a bit more? Oh, the new Charles, maybe they did, but I can't. It was only today I went, wait a minute, it's called Charles and Diane. And another really dull, interesting fact, slightly, it was 2 days before 9/11 when it happened. When it was
Yeah,
filmed.
that's right. Yeah. Oh, Baz is on. Oh, hang on. Baz has sorted it all out. Guilty as
What
fuck.
he will do, Baz is one of them.
Sorted it all out. There's no point even bloody talking about it. He's worked it all out.
Guilty as
Or is he just one of those mob members? He's a witch! He's a witch! He's a witch! He's a witch! All right, Pete, how's it going, pal? Oh, God, everybody still loves the witch! Everybody's a witch!
Can I just say, Baz, we're all having a big meeting in Koh Chang in December, right? Carry on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, oh, man, because I'll forget to.
Yeah, so I started looking into it as well. And the documentary, because see, the thing is, so everybody knows, you all know about the Charles Ingram thing, don't you? Everybody knows, with the cough, cheating all over, won £1 million, and then instantly he was under investigation. And then they took it off him.
We all seen the documentary about it.
Yep, that's right. Everyone, I'm sure.
We all kind of seen that, like, oh yeah. Fucking hell, guilty, fucking idiot.
Yeah, with the really loud coughing that they did, because it's horrendous what they did. So obviously they all said, and everybody seems to agree that.
I'll message you, Baz.
Everybody seems to agree, all about this. They all say, oh yeah, he definitely cheated and all that. But like Steve says, when you start looking at it, there are things here that don't make sense. So, but the coughing is so blatant. Yeah, Baz, do you know why it's so blatant? Because they amplified the coughs on the question. All the other coughs that happened, there were 192 coughs recorded in that show, and 19 coincided with when it was around the question that was the right answer. So out of 192 coughs, I mean, how's he going to pick that out? You know what I mean? How's he going to? There's a lot going on there, because don't forget.
Well, we'll get to this, but and then one of the coughs, suddenly the program decided to say, what he coughed for, he did a and a no.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I think that's been dubbed over. Do you think that?
We're going to get to that, aren't we?
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So they were saying that because they were going to see they were going through all the show, and then it coughs, and then apparently one of the guys, they started to realize towards the end there's something going on. They didn't mainly, it was because of his behavior. I think his behavior.
He's weird.
He's a bit weird. He's a bit odd. Yeah. He's a bit majorish, to be honest, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's a bit of a major, isn't he? He's one of those who's really intelligent.
No, Mark, they didn't keep it. They didn't keep the
money. No, they didn't keep the million. No. Yeah. Yes, easy to set someone up for sure. Well, you see, this is the thing as well. So they did all that. They went back. See, the thing about with that, yeah. So they sussed him. They got a bit suspicious, apparently, didn't they? And because there's the stage manager at the end. Well, let's start from the big. Go on, Steve. You start.
We start from the question by question.
Okay. Well, I've got the questions.
Yeah.
What do you want to run through the questions? I was going to do that later on. I was going to do that later on as a quiz. I was going to do the actual questions as a quiz later on.
Well, we can do it later on, but the questions in the iffy questions, where they start to go, oh, that's not right. Where people sus. So let's go. let's study each one of these accusations where he's coughed.
Right. So go on. So, what's your first one then? Is it in one
So
of these
it
videos?
was 11, weren't it? Was it 11, the first one?
Is that the one with the cricket?
The cricket.
Right.
But you can't lose on this. You get 32,000 anyway. Have a look at question number 11. It's worth 64,000. You might as well play it. Here it is. Gentlemen versus Players was an annual match between amateurs and professionals of which sport?
The three conspirators are now playing for serious money.
Of which sport? Lawn tennis, rugby union, polo, cricket. Now it's worth £64,000.
I mean, it could be any of them, really. But I think it's cricket. But I'm not sure. But I think it's cricket because I'm
And
sure
the
I've
cough
seen a
from
print,
Whittock lets him know he's right.
a picture, a print on either cigarette card.
Right, so can I just say straight away, he's talking over the cough. He's not even he's already said, I think it's cricket. I'm not sure, but I think it's cricket. And then he's talking away in general. That cough, nowhere that can be heard.
Yeah.
When you go, and somebody really points it out, yeah, then it sounds a bit. And it starts off with, we've got the three conspirators.
Yeah.
We're going to catch him, and we're going to catch him now. And here comes the cough. But what you're actually hearing is the question, and he goes, I think it's cricket.
Yeah.
And then the rest is all questioning around, getting, no, yeah, it's cricket.
Yeah. And also, which is totally true. I mean, how loud is that cough that they put on that video?
Well,
Their video of proof. Yeah, their video of proof is just so like what? I mean, but the thing is that how is that can be used as any kind of evidence? Because they use that in the court, and
use that in the court. We even said it's enhanced. We only had to we couldn't give you the real thing what you're hearing, which is what you should have done.
Yeah, well, Steve, this is from the court. This is actually from the court hearing. The court hearing. The recording of the shows was meticulously scoured over the prosecution and affirmed by a sound analyst that 192 coughs were picked up by the show's microphones in the studio that day from various sources in the audience seats and from the fastest finger seats. And as we said, of those 192 coughs, 19 of them were considered significant and originated from the seats where that Tequin was sitting. And of these 19 coughs, it was pointed out that they happened to occur each time Charles spoke the correct answer aloud while he was considering his options. He was about to select the right. But the defense managed to get the technician to admit the tape given in evidence for the trial was edited to make the coughs more audible and that the coughs from Tequin's location were amplified for the benefit of the court. Now, and the defense argued that by editing the video, the defense is unreliable as it's not a true representation of how loud or audible any of the coughs were. And the fact that the coughs from Tequin's area were amplified just shows confirmation bias from the production company of the show.
Exactly.
And that was
the point of me hearing that. When I read, I thought, wait a minute, that is biased as fuck.
Exactly.
PP's in the house. How you doing, mate? Long time no see.
Oh, PP. I'll do PP.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that jumped out at me. Then you go, wait a minute.
Yeah. Like Baz says there. Now you mention it, the cough does seem to be enhanced. It's totally enhanced. Because when you listen to it, everybody's coughing all. I mean, you get a room full of people, right? And you've all been in there. You get a room full of people. There's always people coughing, isn't there? There's people coughing all the time. Yeah. And then
also, they got a doctor in to prove he had a problem with coughing. He got a. He's got. I actually did it. So he already had a problem. So if you're picking somebody to do the cough at the right point, you can't stop fucking coughing. Yeah. It's not the best idea, is it? Well,
yeah, it says here, Steve.
It's a moist coughing.
Well, this was pointed out in court. It says, furthermore, it has been pointed out in multiple photographs from his past that he's often seen carrying multiple bottles of water. This is because he has a persistent cough and has had it all his life. Water helped suppress it, as does inhalers and cough medicine. And then following Tequin on the stand was a stream of friends attesting that he had indeed had an irritating cough all his life. And multiple doctors came to the stand to confirm that Tequin also suffers from asthma, a dust allergy, and a hay fever, which contribute to his cough. So he does have, gee, howdo, we're always watching your PP. So he's known that Tequin, the guy, the coughing, the Tequin, by the way, is the coughing guy for people that didn't know. He's the guy that's supposed to be helping him by doing the coughing. And what it is, they got onto the fastest finger. So he was on, you know, the bit where you do the fastest fingers, and then the one who's fastest gets to go on the hot seat. So he was like supposed to be on after that, Charles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, as well, with this Tequin, is that he's been on the show before, and he's been on various other shows before.
He's been on 15 to 1. He only got 2 questions right.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst quizzes. He likes doing it, but he's one of the worst quizzes.
Yeah.
Why would you pick somebody that's known, proven, shit at quizzes to be the brain box that's going to cough?
Exactly. He's been on quizzes at the time 15 to 1, Sailor Century, The People Versus, and The Brain of Britain. And in each game he participated, he's never done very well, being eliminated in the first few rounds each time. So, but and also,
idea. Going off, that is the plan. You're picking the wrong person, mate. For one, I've got a permanent cough. 2, I'm shit at quizzes. I know I've got on here, but I've got a good record of quizzes. It would be a terrible idea if they really did do that.
It would, but he did appear on the show. But there's another side to this. And he didn't cough. But that can be edited out as well. They don't want to bloke coughing all over the show, do they? On the, you know, when you're being on a show out like that.
Yeah.
And so...
No,
you
so
know
he kept on saying, he said, I want to get some water. He was asking for water. So, you know, if you get some water, he's all right. So they weren't bringing me water eventually. Because, you know, they're on about this. So just get me some water. You know, like you said, when you need a bit of water, you go, oh, I'm right. Yeah. Before he's got on, he's got, look, I need some water, I'll be coughing.
Yeah. Matt says, is there a video showing him and the accused cougher at the same time? No, because there's not one on him. He's kind of like in the surroundings, because they only really video his wife, don't they? They like to do the wife's reactions, don't they?
There's no real video of the actual show. It's always the edited version. There isn't, you know, even when you watch the show, you can hear a little bits of coughing and the oohs and the ahs. Yeah. There is no video of that.
And
that's
also,
weird, isn't it?
That is very weird, yeah, because you don't have the original, only the one that they put out. Also, it's been mentioned, why did they air the show? They said, why didn't they just settle it out of court? Like, and all that. Why did they air the show where he's been cheating? And there's only one reason why they aired the show. Because they knew and also they knew everybody's going to watch it. Everybody wants to watch the show, don't they?
What? I mean, it was massive, weren't it, at the time?
Yeah. But I mean, now, with the added interest of all that, bloody, you know, because that happened, he was accused and then they put it on. It wasn't, they just put it on. They didn't go straight to like they normally do. It was after he was accused that they put it on. It wasn't, you know, it was after all the uproar and everything of it. That's when they put it on. Like, this is the episode where
that's right, because that was on before the court case.
Yeah.
Listen, ignore. I mean, how can you ignore? Most of us watched that at the time because it was interesting. Yeah. So it's highly likely that jury has watched that program.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well, is with the enhanced coughing. Do you know what I mean? With that, it's like, wait a minute. That's
we all seem to have missed it the first time round.
It's what?
Now, as we're pointing out, it seems obvious, doesn't it? But I didn't feel like I watched the same as I watch it now. I think a lot of this is, well, our minds have changed because of all that shit. And all the what was it called, that arsehole that did the documentary on Diana, approving
Martin Bashir.
We all thought he was always a really nice, smart guy, and he comes with the truth. He works for the BBC. So we all know that's fucking ruined now, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
We look at things in a different light.
And he's the one that did that.
Bollocks.
Yeah, because Martin Bashir's got previous, and then he does this video, and it's like, well, you are. And then I watched another interview where, and I've got it downloaded, but I didn't have time to put it on. This asshole, he was on like Newsnight or something like that, and he had Charles Ingram and his wife on. Oh, and he's again when you were. Oh, that's right, on the tape. So they have I have that, but I didn't have time. They have the actual audio tape of when they ring him up. That Charles Ingram in his office.
Yeah.
And they're telling him about it. And he's like, oh, right. And this interview's again, so why didn't you kick off? Why? If that was me, I would have been, like, and all this lot. He says, well, I didn't know.
One of them also said, why didn't you refute it? He actually says, well, I absolutely refute it.
Yeah, he says, I absolutely refute
it.
it.
Yes, he says it.
Yeah.
He didn't refute it. Well, he says, I absolutely refute it.
But this interview was getting, well, why? Why don't you? And the way the interview was going, and it was proper. Do you know when they tried to do that hatchet job of all that? Do you know when, the Paxman started it all, I think, didn't he, with all that kind of aggressive interview?
Fucking start with that, yeah.
But, and the way they were on him like that, and he was like, what? And then people were accusing him of being thick, weren't they? Because he didn't answer the first.
He's got the same IQ as me, 140 odd. What? I've got 140. Wow, okay.
You can't even spell IQ. And
he's got a Mensa.
Yes, he's Mensa. Yeah, he's proper in Mensa.
So anyway, so we've done the first question. I think we've argued that, or we've given other points because it's very rare to go anywhere. In fact, I've not even seen it that has brought these points up. And we're normally against was with the conspiracists now.
Yeah, but I mean, I was when you said this morning. Yeah, when you said this morning, I was like, "What? So are you on the wind up? Are you really?" I just don't know. I really believe it. I thought, right, let's have a look at this then.
And then don't stop.
Yeah, but then when you look into it though, it's proper like, hang on. I mean, there's the other one now. So let's put this on. Bashir did a Michael Jackson interview. Shamon.
Yeah,
yeah. Right. So there was that one. Then the other one was with. Now they accused his wife as well, didn't they, of cheating? Now the thing is, I'll play this video now, and there was a music question that he got, and it was I forgot what it's about. Who did this song? And he got down to two answers.
Whose album was whatever it was?
Yeah. I've got all the questions after.
Yeah.
So there was down to two, and this is where they accuse his wife.
Craig David. A1 or Craig David.
Right, that was in the video. That wasn't me rewinding that. That was in the video.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. So they're saying that his wife, right, was giving him a clue on that, right? And then this is all we have to say.
With whom did Dolly Parton sing a duet on the chart hit Islands in the Stream? Garth Brooks, Kenny Rogers, Vince Gill, James Ingram. It's for £16,000.
I'm going to phone a friend.
Okay, you get a phone.
So that was when she was on previous, and she didn't know who sang Islands in the Streams with Dolly Parton.
Pretty sure everyone here knows that. It says one of the weak points is pop.
Yeah.
I think that's I wouldn't know that question.
Watch this. I forgot this. When he asked, because I've got this on, when he asked the question and she realizes it's a pop question, watch her reaction. Watch her reaction. That one.
With whom did Dolly Parton sing a duet on the chart hit Islands in the Stream?
You see that when she went, oh,
Well, yeah.
God.
Oh, no, pop
She went
question.
straight away. Fucking pop question. So the idea that she's giving him the clue for Craig David is just utter nonsense.
Yeah, obviously him knowing his wife, he's not going to think, oh, the cough's now coming from some random person in the audience, or it's my wife who knows fuck all about pop music. The daft twat didn't even know Islands in the Stream. She's suddenly going to go, Craig David. That just shows that how stupid it is.
Because she's about our age. She'll be about our age, won't she? So she'll know that.
Islands in the Stream's 82, 3.
Yeah, she'll know that. Everybody knows that fucking song.
Most of us know that.
John Hayward said his wife's cheating. Baz says, on another note, Lucy Letby recently watched documentary. I think she's been set up. Who the fuck's Lucy Letby?
I've been going down that rabbit hole, Baz. I think we might do that next.
Who's Lucy Letby?
We'll do it another time. They supposedly killed all the babies. The biggest.
Oh, right. Joe says his wife's thick. He says his wife's thick.
She's not thick. They're just middle class blacks.
Yeah. Richard Lenowiski, damage.
Hey,
yeah, get him. Yeah, do that next. All right, Lee. Sorry, Lisa's here. Lee says, do that next. Yeah, all right then. Yeah. But so there you go. So they have that going on with, like she's giving him. Clearly, she has no idea about fucking pop. So let's put that one to the bed.
That's put to bed, isn't it? She clearly knows fuck all about pop.
Yeah.
So what is that telling us? The first two are iffy at the best.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, is they mention that. This is their big point on the show. Because they put up, before that, it comes up and they stop. And she's coughing and it looks like she's helping him too. So this is all their big documentary video. And they're showing all that. And there's clearly, we've only done it since this morning. We've only been on it since this morning looking at it. And found that already. So what the fuck's going on? Do you know? How did he bloody... Oh, God.
Right. What's next, Warren?
The next one. So, there's another question now. And it's another one where they said he was coughing on this question. And the question was about a hat.
£50,000.
I think it's a hat. I mean, again, I'm not sure, but I think it's a hat. I think it's one of those really sort of tall hats that sort of came into fashion, presumably when he was Prime Minister.
Right. Did everybody hear the coughing? Did we all hear the coughing? I'll play it again and listen to the coughing.
£50,000.
I think it's a hat. I mean, again, I'm not sure, but I think it's a hat. I think it's one of those really sort of tall hats that sort of came into fashion, presumably when he was Prime Minister.
So, he says, I think it's a hat. I think it's a tall hat. Presumably, when he was a Prime Minister. He knows who Anthony Eden is. And Anthony Eden...
It's a tall Eden hat.
He's famous for the hat. That's what he was known for. He was famous for it. I looked at it. I never heard of the bloke. Never heard of him. And then I looked on it.
Eden.
And then it's...
no.
Yeah. So he clearly knows who he is. He knows who Anthony Eden is. And he knows that he was the Prime Minister. And the thing about Anthony Eden is, if you know who he is, you know about his hat. And they were saying that he were coughing then to give him the answer. And he knew who he was.
And it was clearly not, he's just whittling away about going, there isn't part of him there kind of going, Eden, and like trying to listen for the cough. He's just like watching chatting away about him.
Yeah.
And that cough is, again, accented. What's the word?
Accentuated.
That word did.
Baz said, did he actually get the money? No, Baz. No, he didn't get the money. He got fined. Yeah, he got fined. But and then
you've had your ears pinned back doesn't mean they don't work.
Has he had his ears pinned back?
Yeah, years ago. No, it's a good job, so we don't bring it up. Next question. Sorry, boss.
Right, that's all I've got. That's it for the videos, anyway. And then there was other stuff here. So there was lots of stuff. But I'm not. There are. But I have to admit, there are some dodgy fucking things as well.
Go through the dodgy thing. Let's address them.
So the thing is they were part of in this syndicate thing, weren't they? You could apply for this because you could go in for these
all trying to beat the system, weren't they?
You're all trying to beat the system because there's a forum you can go online for, and you basically go in, and then these people, because there is a link with that what's it called?
Yeah, Tekwin and her brother and all that. Loads of them were in it. There were hundreds in it.
Yeah, but they knew each other.
And they all tried to get on.
Yeah. And then there was the thing from the phone records. In the prosecution's first evidence, they alleged that Ingrams initially had attempted to cheat in different ways besides coughing. The police found phone records from Diane's brother Marcus for the first day of Charles' appearance on Millionaire that contacted 4 separate pages. And the prosecution suggested that the initial plan was to strap 4 pages to Charles' body and have one silently buzzed to tell Charles the correct answer. Diane alleges that the pages were used to keep in touch with her brother who went off grid to avoid being accountable for his debts to the banks. However, they also noticed that on the evening of the first night, Diane had also called Tekwin Whittock for 5 minutes, suggesting this is when they had arranged the plan to cheat. Though Diane said she had wished Tekwin good luck for the next day, as she'd known him when he met her brother Adrian asking for advice to get on the show. So
exactly.
they have a phone record.
Have a 5-minute plan.
Yeah.
All this time, and they've all known each other through all this shit. They're going to, in a 5-minute phone call, last minute they're going to go, what about coughing? If it is a plan, it's the worst fucking plan. They've got all that time. And also with the coughing thing, there are easier ways to do that, right? What it's me and you right? You're going to do the questions. I'm in the back. When you answer the questions, I'll cough at the one after because it's too obvious. If you say it's B and I go, that's fucking obvious, isn't it? So I'll do one after, or I'll do one before, or each time we'll do one after that, so they won't be able to connect it. Are you on what that was? Does that make sense? It's not that complicated, is it? Should we do that, or should we just go? It's Berlin. No, I'll shout no. It's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't even sound like no until you keep saying it says no. It says no. It says no. It says no.
It does sound really dodgy.
I'll cough at the wrong one. We've all agreed all the way through that we cough at the right one. But when it comes to this one, I'll cough, but actually that cough this time means no. By saying that, I'll cough, then I'll say no. It's stupid.
Yeah. And also,
have you not recorded they got the cough one?
No, I got them all, but I've just haven't had time. I've been so fucking busy.
Sorry, well, basically
I've been doing
that's
this.
what it does.
Yeah.
What he's trying to say when he's going to say he's an architect. He's a German-sounding name.
Yeah.
As we all know, he did the architecture for Paris. But he thought it was Berlin because it's a German-sounding name. So when he was saying Berlin, the cough goes on Berlin. But then he goes, no. I wish you got that bit.
I do have it, but I just...
It's basically he's coughing going, and they're going, you don't hear it as a no anywhere. But when it's a fucking terrible thing.
Everybody, you need to watch this. After this, don't watch it now. Carry on watching the show. After this, just watch it. But what the no is so ridiculous. It sounds so dubbed over.
But you've got to close off from this massive biased, and it was this and that, and you've got to see it and try and listen to it and hear the questions for and where they are. He's all over the place, and he's it down, he's thinking his shit, and it's weird. It's odd how he's doing it, but it does make sense. We just see him as an oddball, and the other things don't make sense.
Yeah.
Right. So that's that one cleaned up.
Yeah, because it. But the thing is, as well, is so where Chris Tarrant is and where he is, because Chris Tarrant obviously has said. Now, see, Chris Tarrant, I've stuff of him because
pull it up.
I haven't got him. I haven't had time to edit them all down. I've just got the full videos. I never had time to edit them down. Jimmy's here, all right, Jimmy. Anybody wants to come on and chat? Jimmy. By the way, the link's there. Get yourself on if you want to have a chat and say your penny's worth. But the thing is, as well. So he's that close to Chris Tarrant. Chris Tarrant never sussed anything was going on dodgy, but I guess he wouldn't do because he's focusing on the show. But also to do all this coughing and shit because they're just there, aren't they? They're right, almost like next to him. Do you know what I mean? And that's proper fucking dodgy. But nobody else around sussed anything with his coughing. So if he's next to him all the time, no. He also said that he was conferring with other people behind him and stuff like that, asking the questions, because he says that about one of them.
Yeah.
He says there's one question. Just because
you ask somebody doesn't mean they're right as well.
Yeah. And
I just did a quiz the other night, and we all had different answers with this and that, and everyone's just convincing each other. When the answer comes out, we're all fucking wrong.
Yeah. So there's one of the questions that he doesn't know, this tech queen bloke. So he goes round and they're saying that he asked this fucking bloke, and then that
was the hat one that he knew anywhere.
Ah, right, that was the hat one, was it? Right, yeah.
This is the hat. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, it is a hat.
No, you're doing it now. He didn't actually go, hat!
Really?
Oh, that's a flat earth way, isn't it?
So should we get to the final question, which probably, I think, is the most one in their favour?
Yes, I totally agree. I haven't got it. I don't have time. But the Google one, he's proper. It's like, because it's with the process of elimination that he has, he's a bit like. But the thing is, he's a bit mental, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's a bit odd.
See, what it sounds suspicious is a nano. Is it nano?
Yeah, a nano golem.
I don't think so. He fucks that one off straight away, and he doesn't think it's the mega thing or whatever.
Mega bit, yeah.
To me, they seemed obvious that it wasn't them two.
Well, Megatron's out of Transformers. I know that.
Yeah. To me, it was. See, I'm in the same logic as him. I didn't know what the Google was, but I know it's not them two. Well, I've got a good idea it's not them two. I mean, for sure, I wouldn't bet £1 million fucking pound on it. Yeah. But his process of elimination when I don't think it's not that, but I don't think it's that. It's not that, but I don't know what that is. And it's going to go, wait a minute, that nano thingy. No, it can't be that. I don't think he's fully said it, but I think that's what he's done in his brain. He's rethought it, but wait a minute, nano doesn't make sense. That's what he's done in his brain without saying it.
Well, he said that because he's a really intelligent bloke, and he worked it out because he knows what it's nano.
IQ as me.
That's
so funny. I've got a 141 IQ.
You've got a 41 IQ. You read it wrong. Did you have your glasses?
I did the TV program coincidentally. What's she called? That ginger tosser. Remember we were on the worldwide TV years ago. Because when I lived in Wellington that's how long ago. Everybody did it. There's a national IQ test. From the weakest link.
Oh, Anne Robinson.
Anne Robinson. So we all did it. Did it we don't fucking mention. Did it all. My IQ was 141. True that. Then we don't
Would you go back when you burnt your bollocks off with a cup of tea?
Yeah, just sitting on that. IQ test doesn't mean you're clever. It just means you're good at IQ tests. It's not the same
Yes,
thing.
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. You can have a 250 IQ, but you might not sit the right way around
Well,
the
he's a
toilet.
good example of that, and so am I.
Yeah, Mick H. So it was all fake to give the show publicity.
I don't think it was fake. I just think he was odd. They weren't. Some of them weren't convinced. It's fucking odd the way he's done that. He's here and everywhere, and then they put all these things together.
See,
and
that's
then
the
they
thing.
made it.
But that's the thing, because he is odd. Because to take that gamble, because he could have gone, you know what I mean? He could have stuck at 500 grand, couldn't he?
Yeah, but think about this. They did cheat and they were coughing. Even then, that's a massive gamble. You're gambling that some dickhead behind you, that you're getting it right, that he's coughing at. All that is a gamble, even if it is a cough.
Yeah. It's all it. That's the thing, because, see, we're on for about another hour, Jim, I think. Because this is the thing as well. Chris Tarrant again, I notice after, and with all the other contestants, when I tell him that you stand to lose 400 and odd £1,000, they usually go, and all that, this, that. And he didn't. And when you watch him, he didn't, because he's on the mindset, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah.
That was the mindset. Yeah, it was on the mindset.
Yeah, that nightmare first start, he's gone like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah. And he did. And he proper.
Thick as shit. She don't even know who Kenny Rogers is. I've got some twat behind me coughing, shouting no when it should be yes and he should be right. I don't know what the fuck that's doing. I'm just going to go for it.
That's mad, though. I mean, and that's what he kept saying that all along, and he was going mad about it. He said, nobody seems to be listening to the point of what I could actually hear from where I was sat.
Yeah.
They're all showing this video, no, and all this lot going on. But
and
nobody's
ever. As well, if you look at the interviews they've done after, and that Tequin Witter, there's an half an hour interview with him.
Yeah, I watched that today.
He's a very genuine, straight up guy, and he's proper pissed off.
Yeah.
If they're lying, they're fucking good.
Yeah. Well, there's not a chance, because they went into it about him because what did he say? That's right. When Tequin took the stand, it was revealed that he had a pretty rough upbringing. He was born in a psychiatric ward from a mother with mental health issues and an alcoholic father he never knew, and was raised in various foster homes. However, he managed to pull himself up through hard work and education, becoming head of business studies at Pontypridd Polytechnic College, and he's now happily married, has kids of his own. When asked by his barrister, he said he wouldn't have done anything that he has been accused of, as he's worked so hard to achieve all he's got, and wouldn't risk going to jail and losing his family job for anything. So he's a straight down the middle teacher, and he had to resign because of all this after. And it's like, why would I take that chance for that? And he's been on game shows before, and he's shit.
That he got caught fingering kids. All right, let's not go there. He didn't. Right, so we've kind of give our case, and we haven't really gone through this. I just give my side to it, and have we convinced anybody? Is it a 1 for you think they're guilty? 2 for possibly innocent? Does that make sense? 1 for guilty. Baz is putting 2 straight away. 2 because they're all flying up there. Because
See, the thing is as well about this Charles Ingram, and I know it says, he maintained that he didn't cheat or he's any outside influence. He claimed he knew the answers for the questions from 11 to 14 and relied on what he remembered from his maths and physics lessons from school to guide him on the final question. He's claimed his uncertainty when considering his answers was in performing for a camera to make the show more entertaining, because he knew that if he did that, they'd be more likely they're going to put it on TV. And the thing is as well, he's like the one with the hat question. He dilly-dallied and played all over the show with that hat question. When he knew, and he was blatant then when you could see it, he knew full well who Anthony Eden was. So he knew the hat, he knew it was the hat, and he was totally milking it up and playing it all up. And you can see he knew the answer. So,
I've got a good hat question.
ooh,
So we've got a 2 from John. You ready for the hat question?
Yeah, 2 for John. Yeah, 2 for John. Ooh.
How much did this hat cost me?
Fuck all.
$6. I've got a new. Look at this. Look at this bad boy.
Oh my God, you've seen such holiday clothes, aren't you? Oh my God, look at me. I'm on holiday. I'm buying stupid clothes.
This is original. This copy original. No, it is original. Made by a woman down the road. It's well cool. Not look.
It's not.
It's
not.
cool.
Yeah.
$20.
You look like you should be a private investigator. Dun, 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 dun. Mick says, paid to check, paid to cheat. Paid to check, paid to cheat.
Free.
I think that's free, yeah. It does look a bit free, doesn't it, John? Yeah, so go on. What do you all reckon then? Do you reckon he did it? Or do you reckon... I mean, there are some... But there are, I don't want to go on the old... What else was it? Oh, yeah, that's another thing, yeah. Chris Tarrant, he says... that they said that they heard him having a row. Do you know after when they won the millionaire, he won the million. So they went back into the dressing room after. And Chris Tarrant says, but he's different on what he says. He said he heard them having a row. First of all, he said he heard noises coming on. Then he said, and then he changed on another interview that he said they were having a full-on row. Why would you be having a row when you've won £1 million? They were trying to say, well, she thinks that he went too.
The last thing that even if you won it,
yeah,
they'd be thinking, "Oh my God, we've done it. We've got away with it."
Done it. Yeah, you wouldn't be bollocking him saying you went too far when he's won £1 million.
No.
Why would you have a row? Because he was saying, no, we were on phones, talking to different people, saying we've won. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, we fucking won it.
So we're all up. We're both on different
phones. I went to street with Kenny, but she didn't fucking. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe she.
I was just about to say Berlin. I just said this. No. Oh, thank fuck for that. Oh, what joy. Thanks for
100 baht. All right, yeah. 100 baht for the hat.
$6.
$6.
It's handmade. It's a really nice little shop down the road. Handmade. It's all handmade.
You look like a fat Jamiroquai.
Yeah. I think it's songs.
Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam. What was the one that he first came on when he was on that? Was he on The Word?
The Word?
Yeah, he was on The Word, weren't he? Doing all his fancy footwork.
Yeah,
with his trainers on.
Hey, I'm like a shit slash.
You look like that. You look like that one off. What's it called? What's that one with Kurt Russell in China? Big Trouble in Little China. Space Cowboy. That's the one. Yeah. This is the return of the Space Cowboy. Go on, see, do some fancy dancing.
I'm doing. What if I do that? Will that make it look I'm dancing?
No, don't do that. You'll knock everything over and end up killing yourself. Oh, yeah, and there's the other thing as well. So, originally, when they tried him, let me just get me... what actually happened in court. This is it, yeah. Oh, yeah, so this is the verdict, right? All this talk of coughing seemed to have some sort of psychomatic effect on the courtroom. As the jury and the members of the court began getting coughing fits during the summarising speeches. And the judge had to call for a recess until everyone calmed down. That's how shit.
Even the judge said, no.
After some deliberation, the jury returned and found Charles and Tequin guilty, but Diana not guilty. So that's what the jury claimed. The judge found this unacceptable, as they are co-defendants and their prosecution case relies on Diana's actions influencing those of Charles and Tequin's. So when they came back, they said all three are guilty.
And also, the judge even said he didn't like it that he'd been doctored And he tried to stress that it had been doctored. And if they thought they wouldn't get sent down, they've nicked £1 million. So they're guilty. Guilty. You've stolen £1 million, but you didn't send them down because the judge thought they were innocent.
Well, no, because that's not actually correct. Because they didn't get the money. They didn't get the money.
Yeah, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, I know they tried. They tried to fraud it, but they didn't get the money.
If you try to murder somebody, you get sent down for fucking.
But the reason why he said that they'd not send him down is because they have 2 special needs kids, and he said he wasn't going to send him down because he had special. He had special needs kids.
The kids seem normal. I've seen the kids in a dog car.
No, where is it?
You're taking piss.
No, seriously. There you are. The judge decided to show leniency as prison time for both Charles and Diana would mean their 3 daughters, 2 of which have special needs, will be parentless, and that would be unjust for them who are blameless in this case. The judge sentenced the Ingrams and Tequin to 18 months on a suspended sentence, meaning that while convicted, they will not spend any time in prison, but their reputations and everything been ruined. Additionally, they were fined £25,000 in fines and court costs, which was then they appealed, and it got reduced to £5,000. So it was all, and like everybody said, the people who made all the money out of this was the fucking company.
Yeah,
because they were the one. They just benefit off everything because they were never going to lose anything because the £1 million that they get is generated from all the calls. Because all these syndicates, they ring up, don't they, like 500 times on these premium rate numbers. So that's where the money comes from. It comes from us anyway. So the company's never losing any fucking money. And then obviously because of this case and everything, everybody then steamed in to watch the show anyway. You know, that the show where something untoward was happening. So
right, well that's that one settled.
What was the other? Oh, that's another one. And all that he said, and all. Chris Tarrant, I watched him on an interview, and he says, "Of course, they're in." So I said, now that I've seen it, they're so obviously guilty. They're so obviously guilty. The judge came over, presented the case, and the judge went, bang, 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 you 3 guilty as fuck. No, it wasn't. They only found them 2 guilty, and then not her, the freaking jury. And one of them balls up and all. Apparently, he was caught in the pub in the jury. There were 12 in the jury, and one of them was in a pub, spouted off, "I'm doing this ace case of bloody wants to be a millionaire." So he got grass, and they booted him out, and then they had to do it with 11. So how'd you do that? You're supposed to have 12 people in a jury, and then it turns out there's only 11.
I'm not sure.
And then they say, well, he's guilty, and she's not guilty.
Have you never been asked to do jury service?
No, nobody's ever asked me. I'd love to do jury service.
But I mean, I presume I'm not allowed.
What, because you're a criminal?
Yeah.
Baz says, are you vaping?
Yeah. It's stopping me drinking, Baz. It's brilliant. That. And then you can shove it up your ass.
Yeah. So Tarrant's been totally lying all over the show.
Do you know stop smoking, Baz?
Well, you did. You went all rubbish again, didn't you? Because you started smoking them bloody cigars, didn't you? And then, and it was all that. Anyway.
Fucking mozzie. Then go on, carry on. Fuck off.
So Larry White, another contestant in the fastest finger fucking seats, Larry Whitehurst, claims he noticed the pattern of Tequin coughing when the correct answer was mentioned. Supposedly on the final question, Whitehurst instantly knew the answer when it was asked. So watch Tequin expects him to cough when Charles said the correct answer, which he did. Whitehurst also claims he noticed Tequin asking another contestant to his left, Tom Lucy, for answers when Tequin didn't know them. The defence barrister asked why Whitehurst didn't bring this to attention of the show host at the time if he was so certain, but he said waiting until the story was breaking in the news to come forward, suggesting that Whitehurst didn't notice any pattern and he's trying to get his 5 minutes of fame.
And also, that way he says he asked him about the hat. The guy that said he asked him, he said he asked him after he'd answered the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said he thought he was just talking in general. Like after he said what Charles had answered the question, they said, "Is it we're on the program? It makes it look like it's in between."
I think we should make our own documentary, Steve.
What on?
Crop rotation in the 18th century.
Yeah, give that a miss.
It was considerably more widespread. What's that off?
No.
You don't know what that's off?
No.
Ah! What's that off, chap? If Matt's here, Matt will know. Crop rotation in the 8th. Yes! Jimmy's on it. The young ones. When they go into University Challenge.
Oh! Well done, both of you.
Well played, Jimmy. Than John. That's it. John's got it. Was considerably more widespread than John. That's it. Yeah, see, John's got it.
What's Jimmy say about my shirt? It's gone.
He says, you look a twat. Is Steve's shirt made out of an old twister mat?
What Japanese shit? But now at Yakuza.
Just take the Japanese out. Take the Japanese out of that sentence.
When I was in the Yakuza.
No.
What?
It's that Japanese shit. You said it was that Japanese shit.
All right, get it.
Was it free with a Datsun cherry? Yes, that's all well spotted. Give me Datsun.
Oh, yeah.
I love this shirt. I saw that. I thought, right, I'm having that. It's my new favourite shirt. Yeah. So what does everybody reckon?
Is that like a Japanese style?
What?
Is that a Japanese flag? That's in Japanese, isn't it?
Of course it's fucking Japanese. It's one of the first cars he imported. You remember old Datsuns when we were kids?
Well, no, that's why I always think it's like Pakistanese.
Yeah.
You don't know what I mean. Pakistani.
Steve, we say Asian.
Asian.
Oh, people of colour. Don't say people of colour. They hate it. I've got that officially from black people. Don't ever call us people of colour. We hate it. We're black. Fair enough.
Don't. You'll get me saying something. I do find racist humour brilliant. I'm very good at it. I just wish it was a bit more around.
I know. Yeah, we've had. Is this a one-off or are you back regular? No, we're trying to get back pretty much regular, really.
Well, keep monthly. It's very hard to do it with the time difference and everything.
Steve's very busy. You don't realise how busy Steve is. He's got holidaying to do. It's all right for me having to go to work every day, then come back, then do the book, and then on my holidays, get up early in the morning and then do more of the book. It's very easy for me, but for Steve it's difficult because he's got fuck all to do every single day of his life.
I'm moving house tomorrow.
Oh, you're not moving house.
I'm moving.
You're moving to another hotel.
Apartment. It's not an hotel.
Oh, so it's your own. Have you bought it?
Not renting it.
What with the one with the swimming pool out the back?
Yeah, $120 a month. It's well less. I'm going to Vietnam next week. First, I'm not 100%, but I'm looking into it. I've never been to Vietnam. It's the only Southeast Asian country, I think, that I've not been to. I've been so close so many times. So I'm going to get on the bus from here. I think 6 hours to Ho Chi Minh, a.k.a. What's Ho Chi Minh? What's it more commonly known as? You know?
Well, it was the Ho Chi Minh Trail, wasn't it? It was in the Vietnam War. That was the big trail.
Saigon.
Saigon. That's right. Yeah, Saigon. Yeah.
So I don't know that much about Vietnam other than same as everybody else. So it's exciting.
That's an American.
A deserving holiday.
That's John. He's an American. He'll know all about Vietnam. John's an American. He'll know about the old Americans know all the Vietnam, man. You weren't there, man. You weren't there, man. Too many memories, man. Too many ghosts.
Oh, don't. This is what pissed me off. Next minute, I get flashbacks from Falklands.
That were a top fucking lie, that, weren't it? That were a well good lie, that.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. That were a top lie, that. I really did.
Hey, have you told me when I was nearly on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Ireland?
No.
I'm sure I've told you.
Oh, yeah, go on. Yeah. Go on.
When we were working in Dublin, our mate Steve used to be my hog carrier. Where we mean was when we were in Ireland. Just before you came along, we used to watch the Irish Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And Gay Burns, who was like the Terry Wogan or the Chris Tarrant of Ireland. Anyway, should we try and get on the Irish one? Because this is how old it was back then. We just got the first mobile phone and we had a landline. So we rung the after questions where it was a boxing question, got it right. We'll call you back if you got through or something like that. Sound. A couple of days later, it's Friday night. We've been working all week. And I think Steve had said somewhere, hey, have you heard anything from there who wants to be the millionaire? No. So we probably won't get anything. And I've got this mobile phone. I'm trying to learn how to use a mobile phone for. So there were a big patio at the back. Went outside. Steve's upstairs getting ready to go out and all. I could hear him singing away. He's very buzzing to go out. So I rung up our landline from the patio out the back. And I could see him. Going down from his bedroom, going down on the phone, picks up the phone. I'm going, hello, is Stephen Beat here? He's going, hello, no, this is the other Steve. Oh, can I speak to Stephen Beat here? He's going, stay, there's somebody on phone for you. He says, you need to tell him to hurry up. This is Gay Burns from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Tell him, congratulations, he's through. He's going, wait. He's going, wait a minute. I was going to get him. I'm on the back patio. Trying to keep this in.
Oh, dear. Hey, Steve, we've got a guest.
Welcome, guest.
Welcome. It's Paul K on there, and it's Murphy's I Stand By Something. Are you there?
Oh, no, we're on the show.
Are you one of Charles and Diane's kids?
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I only found out about you boys, a couple of years ago, but I found out about what's the other guy called? Steve. Yeah, because he was in the fucking Japanese jails and that, wasn't he?
Hey, Youngsen Sambia,
so salute you.
Where are you from,
man? You know what I mean? Well, where do you think you're from? Come on.
Tommy!
Where do you think you're from?
Are you from
where?
Wigan.
Where?
Wigan.
Manchester.
No, fucking I'm not a Wigan. I know you're Lancashire lads, aren't you? You're Lancashire lads, aren't you?
Yeah. Are you from Manchester?
I'm from Manchester, yeah.
Have you had a drink?
I've had a couple of drinks, yeah.
You've had more
than with that now, we're starting early.
There's no wrong with starting early. What time did you start?
No.
We don't
fucking 3 days ago.
Fucking hell, you must be thirsty.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because sometimes you don't know whether you need water or just get back on the bed here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, so I did watch Steve in I watched his
Sean Atwood.
I watched that. I watched your Japanese fucking. Yeah, it must have been hard that. Right. So I know you got past all that now, right? So, and then you went on to the old big wazzies, and you had a good show. I've been watching it. I don't comment, but I like watching it. It's comedy. It's comedy. It's comedy. It's like a radio show with the faces on the screen, and I think it's great.
It's
I love it.
isn't it? But it keeps us.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love it. I love it.
Well, good to have you on board, pal. Really appreciate it. Like it's.
I have been watching it honestly, lads, for about 3 years now.
Right.
I
Well,
took
Frank,
it.
you have
Do you want to join the club?
Well, I've only been this is the only first time I've jumped on.
All right.
But do you know you're just about to join the club?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Do you want to be?
Yeah.
Do you want to be part of the F-off squad?
What's the FR squad?
Right.
Fuck off. You're in it. You're in it, mate. Nice one for coming on.
You're now in the F-off squad. you're in the F-off squad now, Murph. Thanks for coming on, pal. Really appreciate that. We haven't done that for fucking ages. If you watch the video, Murph, on the thing, we have an F-off squad video. You're on
it's
it.
that long ago since we did that. I felt slightly guilty doing it. I mean, That's get yourself on, you big-eared pinback prick. Venom in there, weren't there?
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Jimmy, get on.
It was almost quite malicious, was that, wasn't it? So, Mark, so what do you all reckon then? Do you reckon then, come on, just for finishing off this one, let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
do you reckon that it was Charles Ingram was guilty of cheating, or do you reckon he's innocent and he was just
or is it a bit of both?
I think it could be a bit of both. I don't know.
It could be a bit of both.
It could be a bit of both. Because he got done for fraud as well, didn't he? Not long after, which is really nothing to do with it as such.
That was the way they blew all that up wasn't as true. It wasn't fraud. He didn't get done for fraud. It was something like a misleading thing. It was just the standard insurance shit. It wasn't some big scam.
Yes, it was. It was for 30 grand.
Yeah.
And basically, what it was
blowing things out of promotion.
Yeah. I think they said he hadn't mentioned that he'd done it before, that he claimed on something before. But at the time, they didn't do anything. It was only after the show where they went back to do him. So he'd done it before, and then after the show, they went, hang on, let's have a look at this fucker again. So then they went back and then did him after, so, yeah, so. That Japanese shit. Redemption. I know, it's a good one there, Murph. Welcome aboard, Murph. Anyway, good to have you on there, pal. But like I say,
what was he called? Was he called Murph? The lad.
It said Murphy. Yeah, it said Murphy on his name.
All right, nice one.
But it had Paul K on his thing earlier. It's called Paul K. So I don't know if it's a
Paul.
Paul.
What do you reckon? So you don't know much about this. It's good. The Lucy Letby thing.
Right. What's the crack with this Lucy Letby then?
The next month, we'll have a month to look into it and see. She's the one that's got done for being killing all the babies in the hospital.
How long ago was this?
Recently, I think it was last year or something, maybe a year before.
Very recent. It does ring a bell. Like I said, I don't know anything that goes on now, and I'm really fucking in a good place for that. It's really good. Carry on, people. Everybody here, don't watch the news. Stop watching the news. Do not watch it. Get me on for that show about Lucy Letby. Will do, Lise. Everybody's always welcome. Yep, you're more than welcome to get on.
Yeah, Lise, get on for it, because I don't fully know.
What, so you reckon she didn't do it?
No, like many things, it's not as clear as all the information we always get nowadays is so confused. You can get a different angle. And tonight, I think we've given a good case of an example of how they can shit around and sell us whatever they want to sell us. And we're all just as gullible as each other because they do it well.
Yeah.
Puppies.
They do. And it's the same. But the thing is as well, is like when we were looking on all the stuff, I was watching all the videos, YouTube videos and all this. And then I was just going through on looking at the chat, which I know you shouldn't do in the comments. And they were all, everybody, I say definitely guilty and all this. Like, it's like, hang on a minute. It's not. It's stuff here that just doesn't make sense. Yeah. But people are just quite happy to just.
Blinded.
Because I think it's far more interesting. It's the thing again. It's the thing again with the conspiracy theories. It's far more interesting that he cheated than he didn't.
Yeah, that's
what people love. That's what, and it's the same with every conspiracy.
And he's been caught. We've got you, middle class twat, which I agree with. And that's what probably guilty of saying.
No, but it is like with every conspiracy theory, isn't it? It's like everybody,
I do
because
find
it's
her
so...
slightly attractive.
Who?
That's a bit weird.
Who, Diane?
Yeah.
She's got a bit of a big old snack on her.
I know, but there's just something. I mean, I'm not into that.
Do you think she's demanding in
Let's be
bed?
careful what I'm saying.
Because she's
No,
Jewish. Don't, yeah, she's Jewish. We know she's Jewish. Don't go down there.
What's it called? That donkey punching? When they no, let's get going.
Ooh! Has anybody watched Baby Reindeer? Have you watched Baby Reindeer?
I started watching a bit of it and I couldn't be arsed with it. That was back when
you didn't get to the ooh bit then. You didn't get
it just got me tits.
Oh well, funny enough, the tits got on this bloke.
All right, I think that's a picture, yeah.
It just suddenly went from this like mental woman, which was quite like she's proper mental here. It's all this talk because it's a true story. So I thought, right, I watched this, and then all of a sudden somebody's getting bum raped. A bloke is getting bum raped by another bloke,
All right.
and that was like, okay.
I might go back and watch it. No, it's one of them where I started something on the Piers Morgan or something like that, and I'm watching. And before you know, I think I'm like that, and I'm starting to watch them. And then you think, right, what am I doing watching this fucking nonsense? I've got better things to be doing, more enjoyable things like holiday and shit, moving apartments, fucking cleaning pools, and
Doing art for the book. Doing all your art for the book.
Do you want to see some art for the book I've been doing?
Paintings?
No, I've got something. Fucking hell, nearly went.
Let's have a look then.
That thing, you know it, innit?
Let's have a look. Go on, show me. Chiba! That's Chiba! Come on, everybody. Everybody say, Chiba! How's it going, Chiba? No way! Under a blood red skies here.
Who's that?
I'll do under a blood red skies.
I've been studying doing.
That's nothing to do with the book.
I know, but these all things. You're saying I'm doing fuck all. I'm not. I'm learning painting.
That's nothing to do with the book.
Got millions of them.
Are they going in the book?
I've got no proper brain brush. I need a load of makeup things off a ladyboy. No, I didn't.
No grief at all, Paul. Paul, it's not grief, pal. It's part of the F-off squad. There's no grief at all, Paul. But you're in the F-off squad. Baz is here. Baz, unmute him. Unmute your mic, Baz. You're muted.
How'd you know?
No, I've just tried the Steam one. That's why.
That's how we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
I was on YouTube before. That's why. I just linked onto this one.
All right.
Right, Baz. How you doing, mate?
Sure, you're all right.
Yeah, what are you going to add to it?
Yeah, what are you going to add?
Without being sarcastic, what are you going to add to the show?
Well, more than fucking Supersonic just did, anyway.
Don't be like that now, Baz.
I'll tell you what it is. I've been watching Steve since he's been in that Japanese shit, that Shawshank Redemption bollocks. You fucking magic.
Barry, be nice. He's been watching us for 3 years, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. So be nice.
I've been watching these boys.
Baz, what's been going on with your ears?
Nothing. It's just a myth. That's just Stephen and his fucking silly games.
But I do remember you having very sticky out ears. Because if I remember correctly, it was really easy to sneak up behind you because you could only hear what was in front of you.
No, he didn't. I avoided you when I was young. I avoided you like fucking Jimmy Savile.
You leave Jimmy Savile alone. He fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded.
Where you at, Baz? You've been sweated?
No, I'm home actually. Back now. No, I'm home for a change. Just been up to ordinary hours. You are?
You still got your red van?
Yeah, still got it. Yeah, going out to it next week when we get back.
Whereabouts are you living now, Baz?
Lytham same time.
Who gives a fuck?
You've not fucked him off, have you?
I thought that's what you were setting me up for.
No, it's only just come on. It's too early to be fucked up. Get Baz back on you.
Sorry, Baz. I thought he was setting me up for FL Squad because he's not got in control. Come back on, Baz. Sorry about that. Anyway, Baz, you're an elite member of the FL Squad now. Oh, do you? I thought he was setting me up for the FL Squad. Must be a good G. Everybody wants to be in the FL Squad, surely. Oh, dear.
What's going on here?
What's to do?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
are you freaking out a bit?
Oh, my computer seems to be going funny.
Oh, dear me.
Right, I think we should
Well,
go
on that
doing it. Oh,
bombshell.
yeah, I'm freezing. Am I not freezing for you now?
Yeah, you are. You're really bad. He's going to go. Right, kids,
Yeah.
we'll have to call
Sorry
it a
about
do.
that, Baz.
Right, well, there you go, folks. It was only a short one tonight. We'll be better, but he hasn't put he's run out of 50p's, it looks like, for his internet. He's in Cambodia, so we're doing quite well, actually, with
Thanks
that
for
one.
coming
Yeah,
on, Paul. Ignore that.
yeah, thanks for coming on, though, Paul. Cheers for coming on, Baz.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. So, in a few weeks' time, then, we'll do the, what's she called? Lucy Letby. She's definitely guilty with that name. Definitely guilty with that name. Lucy Letby, she did it. Absolutely. So, anyway, Stephen, say your goodbyes to everybody.
Goodbye.